Iran says US must fix its own non-transparent and undemocratic elections before lecturing others.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Iranian Foreign Ministry on Monday urged US officials to focus on fixing their own country's non-transparent and undemocratic system before calling into question the legitimacy of elections in other nations. Abbas Mousavi, spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry, told reporters that the U.S. system ignores the vote of the majority of people and said American officials had better address questions about the country's elections from the U.S. public. Mousavi appeared to be referring to the Electoral College, the archaic system the U.S. uses to elect its president every 4 years. Two of the last three presidents, George W. Bush and Donald Trump, have lost the popular vote yet won the presidential election thanks to the Electoral College. Mousavi's remarks came in response to a video released last Friday by the U.S. State Department characterizing Iran's upcoming February 21 parliamentary elections as fraudulent. The regime would have you believe that these are free and fair elections, U.S. Special Representative for Iran Brian Hook said in the video. Special Representative Hook, the Iranian regime is holding what it calls elections on February 21.
This post received a score of 69,603, with an upvote ratio of 78%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Why not both?
Greater than why not both? Because this is the era of no, you politics. Exactly. Whataboutism has been established as a solid defense of any bad actions. It's disgusting. The argument isn't who's morally superior, it's what is the morally superlative thing to do. If you use someone else's bad actions to justify why your bad actions are okay, then you are completely missing the point and purposefully muddying the water. This is just another bullshit effort to destroy America's trust in its own electoral process. Which is literally one of the stated goals of Russia, take down Western democracies.
And results in everything being shitty everywhere.
But what about Norway?
They'll be okay, as long as they keep raking their leaves.
Do they have a leaf crisis?
Trump asserted that Finland rakes and cleans their forests as to why they have fewer wildfires. Just for a little context.
Greater than Finland, that's in Kansas, right?
Pulls out Sharpie.
Democracy Index, US number 25 equals flawed democracy, Iran number 151 equals authoritarian.
The Economist, which publishes this list, believes America is one of the greatest forces for pushing democracy on a global scale.
Well, the U.S. is the only one of the three nuclear superpowers that isn't an abject autocracy. Arguably, if the U.S. didn't exist, Russia and China's authoritarian governments would have no check against their power and all nations would be subject to their boot stamping on a human face forever. The U.S. does have a very flawed democracy, but it is still a democracy, however frail and fleeting that may seem in 2020. Either way, it's become pitifully predicable that modern totalitarians resort to the appeal to hypocrisy logical fallacy any time they are criticized by the West.
Oh no, not a logical answer. I will continue to pretend that because things aren't perfect in my home country that a dictator pointing fingers at us is a leader of justice. That way I can turn a blind eye to the ridiculous aggressions these countries make in their corners of the world. Just like Daddy Putin and so many other power trips across the world want me to.
I can hear your sarcastic tone and that tells me you're just blinded by your own Western colonialist biases. P.S. No one died at Tiananmen Square, that's just racist CIA propaganda. Also polonium is a common soup ingredient in Russia, get cultured man.
I really can't tell what's being taken seriously or not.
I had a science professor last week chuckle when I referred to Tiananmen Square as a massacre. Apparently decently educated people can have completely divergent basic facts surrounding what is arguably one of the most important historical events of the past few decades. If its true democracy relies on shared truths, we are in trouble. Truth is being undermined left and right.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.